Ko itagat eng logoiwekab emet kong'ete Kass TV ne somanun kwane Bernard Tanui kimite ak Naomi Cherotich eng kebeberta nebo kabarunoik ara itagat kitaune county noton nebo Baringo ole tesetai chopchinetabgei nebo yaetab nominations chebo UDA chebo ng'echeretab Senate eng county nebo Baringo eng amait keyai nominations chotok eng betutab Jumamos tarik 20 arawani koikoito konetisiet chamaitab UDA eng kabelik cheborchingei tikititab chamainata eng nominations chotok kotinye ak musoknotetab digital nekiboisie eng biretab kura amait keyai lewenisiet noton nebo by election eng arawetab 11 kenyini asikelewen senata nelel nebo county nebo Baringo ole koindochi tetutionoto bo konetisiet nebo ng'echeret eng board nebo lewenisiet eng UDA Anthony Mwaura nekomwa kole manyolu kobit kaiweisiet age tugul kotinygei ak musoknotonoto bo lewenisiet kokinyoru report notok eng koindo kobun sirindenyo eng kebeberta nebo Baringo Tom Chepsoi.
I agree that the discussions about the appeals should be centered on the aspirants. Yes.
Kotetat kotestai nomination nebo chamaitab UDA eng betutab Jumamos tarik 29 eng wikiniton kotokomiten kotutetabgei koboto kakwautiet nebo biretab kura noton nebo chamaitab UDA eng nomination nebo kotestai eng biretab kura nebo senator nebo Baringo County netetat kotestai eng by election nebo arawetab 11 eng tuyet nekatestai eng komosta nebo Marigat kondochi nebo ng'echeret eng chamait nebo UDA noton ko National Elections Board Chairman noton ko Anthony Mwaura komwa anda kokoibor icheket koimutik kabelik kebelikei ng'echeret noton po Senate eng icheket kole tom kokuyo kakwautiet noton bo biretab kura nekiboisien chepchebindab koristo anan ko digital voting.
Immediately after the voting process, maximum 5 minutes. In that polling station, they will be knowing the result. Then it will be upon the agents to go and do the add-up. And I can confidently say that by 7 in the evening, people of Barigo will be knowing the candidates will be nominated for our UDA party. By 7 in the evening. It's not about staying the whole night doing the counting and the ballot and everything. By 7 you'll be having the count.
Eng kebeberta noton bo biretab kura nebo digital voting kotom keboisie eng kasarwek alak tugul chebo batai eng biretab kura kobaten komuch keboisien icheket siretab kartasisiek anan ko manual voting eng kasarwek chebo batai koboto biometric ak kebeberta nekimwoktoen walutik choton anan ko digital transmission chebo lewenisiet.
Even despite network constraints and everything. Despite everything, we'll be having a candidate result.
Ut kunoton komuch kokosyin icheket eng kakwautiet noton bo biretab kura nebo kebeberta noton keboisie digital chamait noton bo UDA ak kotetat kotestai kakwautiet noton bo abisak chemakotelelchin lewenisiet noton anan ko choton ko presiding officers ak agents eng betutab komut kasi eng tarik 19 eng wikiniton eng komosta nebo Marigat.
I don't think there is anywhere in Baringo whereby you can go for 20 kilometers without network.
Ut kunoton ko mokobeljingei ng'echeret noton po Senate eng kebeberta noton bo chamaitab UDA kobelik sogolu choton ko Daniel Kiptoo, Wycliffe Tobolei, Bruno Chemitei, Evans Mundulil, Silas Tochim, Ruben Chepsongol, Linus Kamket, Joseph Chirutoi koboto Isaiah Kirugmet manoton po UDA. Kamoneton Mwaura kole chobot kotestai ak biretab kura noton po nomination nebo chamaitab UDA nekamoneton kole boisien kasarta nenwach kong'ete komosor bo Marigat, Baringo South Constituency, Baringo County kabemen chebo Kass ane ko Tom Chepsoi.
Kong'ete county noton nebo Baringo kebendo ke county noton nebo Bomet ole nyolu eng neranik kochutyi yaetab mung'aret amu kinyorchin kelchinoik nito ko kosubkei ak Joshua Ng'etich ne inendet koyoe mung'aretab electronics eng taonitab Bomet nekamwa kole manyolu eng neranik kotoi mung'aret anan koiwei kotoi mung'aret kobate kokilchigei amu takotindoi kimnotet noton nebo koyai mung'aret kokang'alal sirindenyo Festus Rono ak chemung'oroindo noto kotinygei ak yaetab mung'aret ole kinyoru ng'alalenywa eng report neisube.
Kaimuch ketesyoni korutechi Joshua Ng'etich ne ine ko neran agenge nekikochutyi mung'aret eng taonitab Bomet nebo electronics ne kosubkei ak ine kokitil kochutyi mung'aret kosubkei ak netinye kelchinoik chechang kasuldaetab mung'aret.
Inoni ko Mr. Joshua Ng'etich, business dealer nebo electronics en Bomet town. Okay. Ane koron ko kiasomonji course nekikuren procurement and supplies management. Ningomi yon kokatar sukul ang'et arenan asolen kotun kosiran chi nemi uyan ako kowekyi ko chichoton kobore keramat kotun bare ami yon konan savings chekiakosaven kole tun anam biashara nebo boda boda. With time as I kingoja kuajiriwa kazi ile niliyosomea procurement kama boda boda ni anam supplies chebo field work mostly lines chebo Safaricom and Airtel akanya fenjara into electricals yeah. Aya na hiyo ndio nimeleta mpaka leo hapa.
Kamwa Ngetich kole akot ngandan kisomonji procurement komagere amune asikocheng boisionik chebo ofisisiek kit nekamwa kole kikonyor chamet en kasuldaetab mung'aret.
Aya elekinye koron ko kiachome procurement because I was a dealer nekiwa a broker so general. So in that profession komiten ngalekab supplies ako mi ngalekab logistics. Ko logistics supplies ko the same thing. Ako mi ngalekab tendering. Ko ngibara kami yon agere ale olona supply ni kan discuss ni kan ako kiasomoji ngalekab supplies all nanam supplies chukana ako agere ale tot konamge olan tugul so akanye kasi ak tun ami yon ko bitu jorwana nyu nekinget tungwen tin kokonan ngalekab bulbs in din ak tun komi yon kora anam melano mangu line anam awdarin jinga chuket aya with time koma nyoru experience anyuet nekiamache akane akagere sale tot with time I can be on my own manager yani.
Akot kou noton komwa ine kole chang kewelinwek en kasuldaetab mung'aret mising ko rabisiek chekitaunen mung'aret anan capital kit nekamwa kole kikoyai noton neranik chechang komachutyi mung'aret.
Neta capital that is the most disadvantageous thing in chito netot konam biashara ak experience nenyorunen biik tinye experience and feel so kineta konyolu konyor information from a friend. In fact ndonyoru chito ne well wisher nekoiden nekoin guidance kerkok lakwet nokiten lakwet nemingin koyoche guiden katun koit stage nekakonam kotonjige ko the same thing ak biashara pia unaweza anza lakini kwa ametinye management skills kora komi challenges chechang.
Kacher ine neranik komatkosich kayweisiet kochutyi mung'aret ole kates komwa kole nyolu en ichek kocheng kotigonet kobun chemung'arainik chekikonai akobo kasuldaetab mung'aret.
My call to youths koron akose stage join groups chana kokonok loans yobo register groups kwa akicheng a business idea nekele sweetenin akigo through into that business idea.
Noton chitab Kolenjin ko Ngetich Joshua neyoe mung'aret anan nemiten en electronics noton nebo Ngetich Electronics nemiten en taonit noton nebo Bomet itokyinige komosta noton nebo Kablong. Nekaikas chitab Kolenjin kochere inendet neranik koker kole kachutyi mung'aret ak koker kole kateken risk amuche amwa kounon en kutitab Kingereza. Sikoker kole kanyor kelchin kamwa inendet kole kisomonji kosit noton nebo procurement kobaten kiker kole mising ko boisiet noton kecheng boisiet nebo office ko mache koui anan mache kokewel ak koker inendet kole kanyor kipato anan kanyor kelchin mung'aret noton neisuldoen nguni kole tesetai ak supplies en komoswek cheterter en counties chebo Bomet ak counties chebo Narok ak kochutyin kora counties choton chebo Kericho. Ko noton ko cheruriet noton en neranik choton cheimuch komache kochutyi mung'aret. Nekamwa ine kole nyolu kong'ololchi biik chekikochutyi mung'aret ak koker kole kayai chorwandit ak ichek asikoker kole kanyorunen kelchin kasuldaetab mung'aret anan komochut mung'aret kotindoi naet mising akobo kasuldaetab mung'aret. Kekurenon Festus Rono kong'eten county nebo Bomet.
Ngeba akoi county noton nebo Nandi ole bo komonut kinet biik chemengechen akobo bitet nebo bororietab Kolenjin asikotestai bitet eng ibinosiek chebwone nitok ko kosubkei ak CEC nebo culture eng county anan eng serikalitab county nebo Nandi Scholar Tuwei nekamwa kole chang biik chekikoutie bitetab Kolenjin ole nyolu kinet asikonai akorib ole kokotoi serikalitab Nandi tetutiet nenaat ko culture Mashinani nekirutechini kokwotinwek asikinet neranik akobo atebosiek ak bitosiek chebo Nandi chekibo keny. Kokinyoru report notok eng koindo kobun sirindenyo eng county nebo Nandi Cornelius Keter.
Kakinetgei kele ng'o nondindoni. Ngele nondin ko ng'o nondindoni. Ngele chepyosetab Nandi koune chepyosetab Nandi. Ngele boyotab Nandi koune boyotab Nandi. Ngele neranetab Nandi koune neranetab Nandi. Ngele tien nebo Nandi koune tien nebo Nandi. Ngele boisionikab Nandi koune boisionikab Nandi. Ngele biikab Nandi kokakimwa ne ng'o bichu.
Kates komwa Scholar Tuwai kole wendi igorwek chotok bo Culture Mashinani kokimiti atebet ak bitetab bororietab Nandi koboto nebo Kalenjin.
Culture Mashinani nekitou kowendi kokimiti mising ng'alekab culture sikenyoru atebenyo nebo Nandi akinetkei tuguk chechang cheechen chekiyoe biikab Nandi sikimuch kekimit ng'alekab culture nenyo nebo Nandi amu kimwa chi kole mwacha mila ni mtumwa. Ameche kekas ing betutab rani tuguk chekinetkei komite boisiek yu, komite murenik, komite chepyosok, komite kwonyik akomite cheplagok.
Eng komostanyi komwa Sara Tabut kole kikotuptochi biik chechang batai mising ko neranik ateboshekab keny ole kale nyolu kinet asikonai mwaet kole tindoi kamanutik kokanai chi bitet ak atebetab bororietab Nandi koboto nebo Kalenjin ng'alek chekarob eut Christopher Tanui.
Netai kakinetkei korok ole moche kotepto lagokchok che tibik ak che murenik ole nyolu kekonyitito culture nenyo nekibo tai. Kakibe nguno sub counties kinet lagokchok asikonai lagok chekikisiche, lagok chekikoitoi, lagok chekitunishe kole kiteptoi ano ko ki biikab Kalenjin konai amitwogik ak konai atebet.
Kimeche ketebi atebet nekinyolu nekibo keny nekimi tekisto. Kimeche kotebi Nandiek koek Nandiek chekibo keny chekikonyitegei ak chepyosokwak chekimokomi kipkwerkwerit rani nekebendi kele kokile kantarak nekoitunishe kenai kele kotebi komi akoi tun meet komakemeche ng'alekab stress chekakotar boisiek emet akotar akot kijanaek nengichunu korotimet kewitot eun lagok chetokomengechen amu siretabgei ak kwonyikwak ak borisiet chomdos kolen I love you mutai kose kele roja kabargei kabarchigei ne kokeny ako chomdos mutai kakotungei kobargei ngoboris nguno murenon ngoboris chepyoso ne chuto kitomo kekose chuto kimeche kekerkong anyun ng'alechoto kakinetkei ng'alechu kele achicha makibote ng'alekcho mutai kele mi rumisiet Nandi ngetebi atebet kibo biich alak cho atebet nyo ko atebet nekibo konyit nekimokotinye ng'olyo age amakimeche tengekwogik chekireu simutai konyirak lagokchok ko ngetebi Nandi ak atebet nekibo man ak tekisto kimwoe kongoi eng county nenyo nekokotoiwech iman atebet ng'alek chekororonen kakitou nguno yo kitoune kwenut nyekebe olimbo olin kokas Nandiek tuguk chemeche keyai chemeche ketebi eng kalyet chemeche ketebi ak keam amitwogik chekibo keny kine mwanichu kakoborporitu biik mutai tekose kelen achicha kakong'etin kelilso biik kotomengechen kalya.
Kong'ete taonitab Kapsabet eng kaunti nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Eng let ko kakomongei chemung'arainik chemengechen eng kaunti nebo Kisumu akosom bunge nebo Senate komat kosirto bilit nebo Tobacco Control Amendment Bill netokchinigei kotoi tiletab license nebo aldaetab tumotet eng counties. Kamwa chemung'arainik chotok kole bilit notok kotokchinigei anan kowendi kochile icheket ako notok komanyolu kisirto ole moche keyai tuyoshekab public participation asi kokon kerut kwai kotinygei ak bilit notok kotomo kisirto.
The onset, we appreciate the need for laws and regulation that safeguard the public health and all Kenyans, and which are fair, balanced, and pragmatic. However, such laws must be considered of all stakeholders involved, from manufacturers, traders, consumers, and everyone else in between. Yes. It is our position that Tobacco Control Amendment Bill 2024 fails to put in consideration the welfare of business by introducing new licenses provision which feel unnecessary and cumbersome, and whose main outcome will be harassment of small business like us. For instance, the bill proposed to give continuous powers to require specific and separate licenses for sales and tobacco products. In our consideration, this is out of line as it goes against the spirit of single business permits and will lead to close of a lot of small and medium businesses due to harassment and high cost of operation. Yeah. We firmly believe that giving counties such as power to Such powers will only lead to them being abused, and we will end up being the culprits of harassment by county government. There are instances of county officials asking for bribes so as to be allowed to continue operating, are likely to significantly increase in this law in this present form. We need that manufacturers, distributors, wholesalers, and retailers of those products are also required to obtain a single business permit from the respective county governments to conduct their businesses operation. It should be noted that the introduction of single business permits was all productive move to enhance. This is doing business and to reduce the cost and bureaucracy entailed in the process. It is our conviction that the proposed additional licenses requirements will be imposed additional cost, complexities which is burdensome, particularly for small traders whose livelihood depend on the sector. We urge the Senate to rethink this provision and to enhance stakeholders' collaboration by fostering open dialogue with retailers, consumer groups of manufacturers and importers to ensure regulation are effectively and protected public health without inducing access to productions. We ask our lawmakers in the Senate to remove any provision and additional licenses of our shops from the bill to ensure that businesses are not being double taxed and to protect small businesses from the additional financial burden of running their businesses. My habit. My choice.
We want to address the issue of banning all flavors. This leads to, you are like taking us back to tobacco, because when you ban the flavors, you're taking us back to tobacco because you're not acknowledging that this is a different product altogether. Yeah, the nicotine pouches are different from tobacco products. Another thing that we want to address is that we have a powerful, extremely powerful cabinet secretary who can just wake up one day and decide they want to ban some products without consulting the stakeholders involved. Yeah. Another thing that we want to address is duplication of duties, because we have KRA and KEBS inspecting these products before they get into the country, and then the tobacco board also wants to inspect the same products, which leads to duplication of duties. So we want all these issues addressed for the smooth running of businesses of the small.
Ko eng logoi choto ngeten county nebo Kisumu ko kageit let eng logoiwekab emet chekaitu nang nguni kongete Kass TV ak tetutiet noto nebo Kass Mashinani nebo betutab raini. Kainenyu ko Bernard Tanoi, amagun betut nemie kakimitei ak Naomi Cherotich eng kebeberta nebo kabarunoik.